Good morning. So today I will be presenting in rounds baby Bruce Wayne. Baby Bruce Wayne was born to Thomas and Martha Wayne. Martha is a gravid one parent 0 age 32-year-old with significant maternal history that includes being O positive, HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia negative, hepatitis B surface antigen non-reactive, rubella immune, never smoker, drinker, illicit drug user. She presented on June 1919 with severe hypertension that was not controlled with antihypertensives or magnesium. So she was delivered with via an emergency C-section due to Bruce being in a breech presentation. He was brought to the warmer where standard NRP was performed for a 28-week infant that included intubation. So his APGARs were 3, 7, and 8, respectively at 1, 5, and 10 minutes. Um, and his birth weight was 849 grams, and his current weight is 1,045 grams. His current gestational age is 31 and 2 today, day of life 22. So for his head and brain, he presents currently with no neurological symptoms that are reflective of IVH, and his cranial ultrasound on 225 was normal, and that was done per our standard procedures. So the plan is to repeat the cranial ultrasound at 36 weeks post-menstrual age, as well as conduct his first ultrasound either later this week or early next week. The ultrasound can also be bumped up if we suspect that the baby is having significant neurological disimpairment. Um, for his pulmonary and lungs, he was intubated at the delivery. He was also given 2 doses of Curacert, one at the delivery, one 12 hours later. He was also loaded with caffeine on his day of life one, and he has remained on caffeine and with the dose adjusted according to his weight. He was extubated on 3/2/2019 successfully to NIPPV or RAM cannula. His blood gas this morning was 731 and 59. We came down on his PIP from 22 to 20, so his current settings are 20/6, rate of 30, I time of 0.5, and his FiO2 requirements have been between 27 and 35%. He does present with occasional desaturations um, during his NG feedings, according to the nursing staff, and he also has a couple after his NG feeding is over, and not many significantly um, in between cares outside of the feeding related ones. Um, he also presents with tachypnea, intermittent tachypnea and retractions. Uh, However, there hasn't been a need to prolong or use excessive oxygen to maintain his saturations greater than between 90 and 95%. So the plan is to continue to wean the ventilator support as tolerated and get a CVG in the morning. So for his cardiovascular system, he had a echo done on 222, which was obtained due to increased ventilatory support, um, and it showed a large unrestricted PDA. So he was treated with his first round of ibuprofen from 224 to 226. The echo on 3-4 that was done after the first round of ibuprofen showed a large unrestricted PDA with mild to moderate left heart dilation. So the decision was again made to treat with the 3-day course of ibuprofen. So from 3/6 to 3/8, he received those 3 doses. Um, Echo was done on 3/11 that showed just a large PDA with normal heart function. He does present with a grade 3 to 4 systolic murmur, and he last received packed red blood cells on 228 with a H&H that was on 3/4 that was done that was 13.6 and 41.3, and not another one hasn't been repeated yet. His pulses are 2 plus. His pulse pressures, according to the nursing staff and the charting, can be wide at times, but the baby does not appear to be symptomatic. Uh, he does have the occasional bradycardic episode. He had 2 last night that required stimulation, but nothing that's required either increased oxygen support or PPV. So the plan is to repeat the echo in 1 to 2 weeks per our protocol when the baby is clinically stable still and being able to be weaned off the ventilator support and not requiring a lot of FiO2. However, if the baby proceeds to have increased support needs, we can always obtain the echo early. And if he continues to have any signs or symptoms of anemia of a prematurity, we will obtain a CBG. Not a CBG, sorry, a CBC. We're already obtaining the CBG with the pulmonary system, but we'll obtain another CBC if needed and transfuse um, with uh, with the worsening symptoms. For his GIGU, he's currently on feedings of 24 cal, 20 mLs Q3 hours, which comes out to a total fluids of 153 milliliters per kilo per day, or a total kilocalories of 122 kilocalories per kilo per day. He is gaining weight adequately. His last weight gain was 55 grams. That was over a 3-day course because we weigh every 3 days here. So he gained 55 grams, which is adequate. He is voiding and stooling with no problems. His abdomen is slightly rounded. He did have a KUB that was done on 3-1 due to abdominal distension, emesis, and that was also his last septic workup that was done was on 3-1, and that all came back normal and reassuring. So we have since then we continued to increase feeds. He was restricted for a couple of days on 133 total fluids after we diagnosed the PDA to fluid restrict him and fluid manage with the ibuprofen. And then we increased slowly afterwards. He is also on multivitamins with iron and vitamin D in the morning, and his electrolytes, when they were last checked on 3-8, were stable. And we will repeat them we will repeat the electrolytes as necessary. Um, and as far as his GIGU goes as well, he did complete 7 days of nystatin as of yesterday for a diaper rash. So the plan is to get OOPS labs according to our protocol, and then a BMP as needed or as necessary or as the baby clinically demonstrates it, and to increase feeds with his weight gain. So he'll be weighed again tonight. So maybe tomorrow we can go up on the feeds if there's a significant weight gain again. So for other and social, mom and dad are in every day. They are updated. I talked to them last night twice when they came in. Mom continues to pump breast milk adequately in adequate amounts. The baby did have his second newborn screen drawn on 3/7, and that is pending. And so the plan is to repeat the newborn screens at the first of the month, that is per our protocol, and then update the parents as needed. The baby so far, like I said, is doing well. We dropped the recap. We did drop the PIP, and the feeds might be able to be increased tomorrow. Uh, Other than that, baby's doing clinically well. So that would be rounds. Thank you. Now, afterwards, um, Bruce Wayne is a made-up character of the Batman series, so there is no correlation to with any real patient. All dates were done for the future dates that have not happened yet. So hopefully, I don't get in too much trouble for that. Thank you.